right, hello, everyone. Still finishing my setup here, real quick. Hold on a second. Still not satisfied. Let's go this way. All right, how's everyone doing? Lots of echo. Hey Evans, you want to jump on real quick, man? Let me. All right, so hello, testing the mic again. If you hear some echo, let me know. How is everyone doing? All right, so today I'm going to do the part 2 of the wedding video that I was editing the other day, and I didn't really pick it up again, but I'm trying to wrap it up today. I might not be able to wrap it all up in today's session, but I am going to, get to the meat, and probably I'll upload it on Facebook maybe tomorrow. So we'll see about that in a second. Now, let me figure out how to share this. Wait, it's still echo. That's not good. Let me see. Let me remove this guy. I'm gonna remove this guy here. Stop screen. Okay. All right. So there's still an echo. There are no speakers. Trying to figure out what the problem is. Hold up. Okay. Hello. Do you still hear an echo? Checking, testing mic 1 2 1 2. From my end, I don't hear the echo from the YouTube thingy. All right, let's continue while we try to fix this problem. So I'm going to try to see if I can share the application instead this time, instead of sharing the whole screen. I'm going to share application window, and I have it on 2 screens, so I wonder how it's going to share it. We'll see how that happens. Okay, it's only sharing the first one. Oh wow, Evans, that's weird. All right. If anybody else is hearing the echo, let me know. I don't know what's happening here. maybe let me go to the mic and go to audio. Okay, this is what's being played here. All right, I'm probably just gonna take myself out and bring myself back in again. Hopefully the audio fixes itself, because right now everything is just like I've been doing and somehow there's an echo. So that is no bueno. Okay. Yes, I have YouTube opened, but it's muted. Yeah, maybe I should close it completely, because I mean I used it to monitor the audio and it sounded pretty okay, but it's muted. I always do that when we're on live. But okay, now I closed all browsers. So let's see. Let's see if it's fixed now. Man, people are gonna hate this live. They're gonna spend the first 15 minutes trying to fix audio situations. Okay. All right. So I closed all the other windows. What do you hear now? Do you still hear echo, 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 echo? Do I have to probably take myself out and bring myself in again? Let me see. All right, I'm going to take myself out and bring myself back in again. All right, let's check this audio. We're back. Hello, hello, testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. Okay, that's also working. All right. Added myself back again. Still, maybe I might just have to close the live and start all over again. I wonder if if I end the broadcast, if I can just restart it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe end the broadcast and restart it, because this is not going anywhere. All right, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to end this broadcast, but I'm going to restart it. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Just stay put. And oh, it's good now. I guess we're not gonna end it. Hey, what is this light? What is your light? All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, the kids had problems, all kinds of problems. Somebody had snot in their nose. Somebody wanted something to eat. So yeah, that's what happens. All right. So back to this. Now, I'm not gonna edit this in the traditional style, as in chronological order. I decided to make it a story in a story. So I I just came up with a story that I'll be telling throughout the video. But in between that, I will be telling the story of events as they were happening. But this other story is going to be told as the base. I don't know if you get what I mean. So pretty much there's this long take of them walking from the ceremony hall all the way down to the river where we took pictures. But on the way, I did a complete photo shoot on the way. I took photos of them walking down the stairs. I took photos of them, um, you know, just going down the stairs, talking to each other, walking through the town, downtown, and all that was filmed. So so what I'm going to do is that is going to be my base, and then everything else is going to play along. So right now, let me show you something real quick here. Um, let's see. All right, so if you guys have not been doing this, you should probably do it. Um, I have multiple sequences open. So I nested the story that I just told you about. I know it doesn't make sense now, but when I start playing it, you will understand what I'm talking about. So I nested that story, and once I nested it, it put it in a sequence. And now I open that sequence down here so that I can pull from the main story and put onto this one to build up. But it's easy to visualize when there's two different windows and you're pulling from one into the other. It's easy, and you can have several windows depending on the number of monitors you have. The bigger the timeline is, the easier it is to work on. And yeah, and I'm going to make a video about a discovery I made recently about the quick use of add edit and ripple delete. Like, I can literally close my eyes and edit a video right now. So that has been I've been very happy about that. It saved me a lot of time instead of going to cut and go and select and delete, and then delete the space and pull those clips back and all that. I probably should have learned the right way right from the beginning. But since I did not, well, it's better late than never, right? All right. So let me show you what I have so far, and we'll go from there. All right. All right, so I'm gonna play this now, and all right. All right, so oh, you guys don't hear the audio. Oh, I don't know. Actually, don't know how to fix that for you guys to hear the audio of the application. But if I was sharing the screen, maybe next time I'll just share the screen, and that way you can hear the audio. All right, so from what I showed you now, there's no color grading has been applied. Like it needs some serious color grading, especially the indoor shots. And that building was not an easy building to film in. Even though I was photographing, it was not an easy building to film in. So it needs color grading, and I need to work on the transitions and finish it. I mean, right now the story is not done. This is half told because as they are walking down the steps, you saw what I was doing. So the first 20 minutes was just to keep the viewers' attention. There was nothing going on there really. It was just to keep the viewers' attention, and not the first 20 minutes, first 20 seconds, my bad. So what I did in the first 20 seconds was that I just kept the viewers' attention going, and keeping the viewers' attention going. Then as I went on, I got some establishing shots just to establish where we were and what we're doing. And then now the real story begins when they start walking down the stairs. So this is my story. And then in between that, I'm going to put everything else. And I always come back to them walking from the ceremonial hall all the way down to the river. So that's a single story. And I can just mess around with it. I'm back to the stairs again. This is where she's going for the first look. I'm back to the stairs again. And I'm going to do that till they walk all the way down to the river. And if somebody wants to see where this walk ends, they will stay to the end of the video. But in between that, I show everything else that happened during the day in chronological order. So the only thing that is out of order really is their walk. So I mean, it's a wedding film, and you tell it however you want to tell it. Okay. So I'm just looking at some of the stuff that I need to fix, and taking some notes of some of the stuff that I need to fix here real quick. So I have refrained from using warp stabilizer a whole lot. I used to live and die by warp stabilizer until I began seeing it in my videos. When my videos go wobbly, and I see that it's just no bueno, So I stopped using it. Even if I do use it, I use it rarely in scenes that don't involve people. And if they involve people, I will not go past 5%, because the default is 50%, and that's just too high. All right. Now, I didn't share an invite link. Let me copy here. Okay, invite link copied. If anybody wants to join me, join me. I'll not be on here for too long. But join me, and let's see. Thank you, Evans, for the info about the audio. All right, so if you want to join me, that's an invite link there. Join me, and let's edit. The only problem right now is when I'm editing on this timeline, you guys will not be seeing it, so I might have to drag it up front here. So let's see. But I wanted the video to be big enough for you guys to see. So I'm going to bring one of the timelines out here. And if at any point in time you notice which video came from which camera, let me know. If you think the video was from the Nikon Z6 or the EOS R, let me know. All right. All right, so back to where we were yesterday. This is the last one. Okay, I'm gonna push these forward again. All right, I'm supposed to be talking, but yeah, sometimes when I'm thinking, I am. I'm trying to keep it simple with the transitions. I added a few light leaks already, but I feel like I just want them to be smoother. Like this, I want this one to go out and the other one to come in. So I'm gonna do the fade in and fade out both ways. So we have a split second of a dark screen. And here's a quick tip too. Usually if you shoot at 60 frames per second and you reduce it down to 40%, it's smooth slow-mo. Usually it works 90% of the time. But every now and then Premiere does this thing where it renders the slow-mo video and it's choppy. It looks like you slow down a slow frame rate video, and that makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. Now, one way to prevent that is I have realized that anytime you use optical flow, it never ever happens. But usually the let me show you what I'm talking about. Usually the default is frame sampling. Okay. So let's say I pick a random click. Let me go here. I'm gonna pick a random clip here. I'm gonna right click and go to speed or duration. Okay. Now, right now it's on frame sampling, right? You choose your 40%. You just gotta hit 40 over here, and then you come here, and then you hit optical flow. Don't leave it on frame sampling. Hit optical flow. When you hit optical flow, it's going to be smooth. That's just it. And for me, it's weird. One thing I do is, and I was doing this even before I learned about optical flow way back, and it actually fixed my problems, was instead of, like, for example, I know I slowed this clip down, so I'm going to look at this clip right now. Right click, speed or duration. Instead of 40%, oh, I did 40% on this one. Let's check this other one. Right click, speed or duration. That was not slowed. All right. Okay, right click, speed duration. All right. So usually I just do 42%. It's weird, but that extra 2% instead of 40% will give you a smooth motion, because 40% is pushing it, because it's actually not 60 frames per second. It's 59 point something. And so it might be missing a frame or two if you use frame sampling. But if you use optical flow, it's going to generate a frame in between the frame that's missing that makes the video looks choppy. But as an additional protection, I just use 42%. You don't have to go 42%. And just so we are clear, this is for clips that were shot at 60 frames per second. If you shoot a clip at 120 frames per second, you can go down to 20%. Okay. And when you go down to 20%, use optical flow, you'll be safe. Now, the safest way in all of this is interpret the footage. You interpret the footage before you start editing. Interpret the 60 frames per second footage as a 24 frames per second footage. That will bring it down to 40% properly, quote unquote. But if you have so many cuts here and there and then you are fixing stuff, just remember to use optical flow and you should be good. Let me see here. All right. So that being said, back to work. So while I'm editing this, let me know if you can spot the Nikon Z6 footage or the Canon EOS R footage. All right, guys. I just added a comment there. Let me know if you're able to spot any of that. And we're back to editing. Okay, so one of my timelines is on the screen. The other one is not on the screen. So just know that. Okay, so they walked out. Try not to get lost in the sauce here. All right. So one thing about editing is that when you are in the space, you are in the space and you have an idea of what you were doing. And then when you take a break, you need to get back in the space. And now I'm trying to remember exactly where I was going with this when I take a break. And I don't. So we'll see about that. Okay. All right, see, I remember something now. So for the music I'm using for this, I'm not really editing to music. I am just at the very beginning there was a few hits that I tried to cut to, but after that the rest of the music is pretty smooth. So I'm trying to keep smooth transitions along with the smooth music. So that's all I'm doing. So all this footage is going to be color graded later on. I don't like this greenish look here and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to cut all that out, and hopefully, sometimes I wish I could color grade in Premiere as well as I can in Lightroom, but it is what it is. Premiere can only push images so far, considering these are still JPEGs that have been woven together to make a video. So I understand Premiere. I do understand. All right, let's go. So we're going from inside the church back to the walk-in, and then there's a lot of walking going on here. I am going to throw some more stuff on top of this guy. So I just want a little bit of the walk-in, and then I'm going to add another scene, which is a more chronological scene. So I'm gonna go this way, and so this was the church. We already did the kiss, and they're walking out. Okay, I did that already. Okay, this is where we were. So this is the next shot here. So there's this shot where there was clapping, right? let me play for you guys to see. Oh, you know what? I need to share the screen. Otherwise, you guys cannot hear me. So I'm going to take this out and share the screen so you guys can at least hear. So you guys can at least hear the music that's playing with the thing. So I'm going to remove this guy. All right. Stop screen. And I'm going to try to share again. This time I'm just going to share the screen and share audio. All right. So this scene here is not, it's not all that, but it I actually saved the sound because I felt like maybe I could use the clapping at some point. I don't know, but oops, what am I doing? So maybe I want to put this visual with the sound when they are walking out. That's what I'm thinking about. But right now, I'm just going to label this clip right here. Give it a color that is not on here. I'm gonna give it mango. No, forest. Good. So it's the only green clip here, and when I see that, it will remind me that I need to use it for something. But if it doesn't make the cut, well, it doesn't make the cut. It is what it is. All right. So when they came out of the church, what happened next was we were hoping it would be darker so that we would have the send off with the sparklers, but it wasn't dark, and I couldn't afford us waiting for it to get dark because I needed to take proper pictures at the riverside, right? And so, oh, and if you're on IG, I just posted one picture from this session on Instagram right now, so you can go check it out and give it a like. IG, Instagram is Meek Photos Vision, MEEK Photos Vision, one word, Meek Photos Vision. Okay, all right. So now back to what we're doing. So to continue this story in chronological order, while building on our staircase story, I'm going to throw this other clip in here real quick. And now that I have the audio enabled, I'm going to play it from the beginning so you guys can all see what we have now. Okay. Nah, so I need to slow this down. And like I said earlier, I'm going to go to speed or duration, and 42 is my lucky number, and optical flow. I'm doing this because I know the clip was shot in 60 frames per second. You can check that by checking the properties, okay? So let's say if I come here and I right click and I go to properties of the clip, you can see that it was shot in, see, that is why you have to check. Now, this particular clip, hold on, Control Z. This was before Manny had asked what frame rate to shoot at. So, yep, this was not shot in 60 frames per second. So I cannot slow this down. Well, I should have been able to see this after slowing it down and playing it through. But unfortunately, since my machine is not playing stuff very smoothly right now, I probably could have missed it until the final export. So bear that in mind. Remember to check your footage. So now that we know we cannot slow this guy down, we have to back up real quick. And I'm just going to cut a piece of it here. I feel like there's a lot of camera movement. So when you are shooting videos, right, keep the camera still. Even if the people move to the corner of the frame, just keep the camera still. If the editor wants to bring the people back to the frame. Editor can zoom in and pan smoothly to the right or left, up or down a little bit. But don't be trying to jiggle the camera and follow everything. No, keep it as still as possible. And if you're going to move very slowly. Okay. All right. Moving on. I feel like there was an instant drop. Yeah. I'm just going to put this little bit in there. Just a little bit in there. And that should be good. Let's go to the next clip. So I'm guessing these clips, properties, this was also 24. No. Okay. Okay, I said I was not going to warp stabilize anything, but these clips 24 and okay, so this moment was quite important and we're gonna keep it that way. That's the I'm gonna bring it in here. So that's the mother-in-law and the groom. And okay, that's good. I think, yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm just gonna warp stabilize it a little bit and stabilizer. Okay. Okay. All right, so we can go in here and see the percentage left, and looks like it is, where's our warp stabilizer? 60%. We can let that run in the background while we move on to the next shot that we want to use. Some shots are just important. You just have to keep them in the video. Let me listen to myself and see if I can hear myself. Some shots are just important. You just have to keep them in the video. Let me listen to myself and see if I can hear myself. Some shots are just important. You just have to keep them in the video. All right, I think I heard something. All right, moving on. Let's see here for a second. So sometimes you have to go back a little bit just to see what you're dealing with, and not all the initial clips you cut are important. Like this clip right here, see, after the hug and affection, that's all we need from there. And then this other clip when they were getting ready for the picture and they were all standing, I wanted to include it just because it showed some of the other people, but I feel like they will all get their fair chance to show again somewhere in the video. Yeah, I feel like they will all get their fair chance to show again somewhere in the video. So I'm going to take it out because it's not interesting enough. See, as much as you want it to capture everybody and everything, it has to be interesting. I'm trying to make a 4-minute highlight video, so I can't just put everything in there. All right, so now I'm gonna have to go off script a little bit because this scene right here, let me check the property. See, if you did not shoot the video, if you did not shoot all of the tape, make sure you check the properties before you do anything. Okay, make sure you check the properties of your clips before you do anything. And I'm just seeing a lot of my reception clips were shot at 24 frames per second, and there's not a lot you can do with 24 frames per second. So you have to check all that. And yeah, some light is critical, but I'd rather have a 60 frame per second clip that is a little bit dark than a 24 frame per second clip that is shaky and bright. So just remember all that when you are shooting, guys. All right. Going back again, properties again. So there's a lot of 24 frames stuff going on here that makes me want to go check every single clip after the ceremony, because the 60 frame clips ended after the walk. All these ones were 60 because I checked. Yeah. And after that, when we got in there, the EOS R is not as good in no light as the Nikon Z6. Haha, I said it. So I think that's the reason why he went to 24 frames, and that's gonna have to change how I plan to edit this. And I'm gonna watch all this again, and I think there's one frame at the beginning where they were dancing, which I'm pretty sure is 24 frames. So I'm gonna play all this for you guys to see real quick. I know it will be hard to judge because I haven't exported it, so it's not gonna be completely smooth, but it's going to tell the story. And let me know whether you can hear it or not. Okay. All right, let me know whether you can hear it in the comment section, please. I'm so Tennessee. Come down to meet me. You are wind and breeze, so sweet, babe. Oh, come alive, stars alive. right, guys. So I think I just spotted some things, and I'm not too excited. Hey, welcome, Evans. Yeah, I can hear you, but your volume is very, very low. Oh, your exam. How did it go? That's good. Is, is there a way you can increase it a little bit? Because it's like really low. Yeah, now I hear feedback, but it's slightly better. Slightly better. But you say you're gonna what? Oh, okay. Right. Oh, because you had two things open. Ah, I see. Yeah, because I turn off everything and then I was you know how it's like a 10-second delay. So I was listening to the live on YouTube and it was clear and I'm like, what's happening? Oh, okay. That's cool. That that's cool. I just realized that see, since I didn't shoot all the clips, I don't I I don't fully I didn't fully know what the frame rate was for every clip. So I just realized that some of the clips I was checking a lot of the frames and I was pretty sure they were all 50 60 frames, 59 point whatever. But it turns out that I missed a few and now I have to go back and check every single frame. Every single clip, yeah. Like this dance, I have a feeling, very bad feeling. Let me see. Oh, let me see what it was shot at. Um, let me see the properties. Yep, I can't slow this down. I saw it when I was playing it back just now. I saw the footage was like, I'm like, boom. Yeah, I can't slow this down. I can't slow this down either. Uh, oh, let me check the properties here. I can't slow this down either. So it looks like when he went at the reception, because it was uh the light was very low, as you can see, right? That's how the wedding planner wanted it. Yeah. And the EOS R is good, but it's not great in low light. So he decided to shoot in 24 frames to make up for that. But he was not using the gimbal, and this is the first time he was using a monopod. So he was actually picking up the monopod. Now he's really good at it. But that day he was using the monopod and he was picking it up. And so you can see the video was moving a lot. So I'm trying to see what I can do. They are not expecting a video. So I'm trying to see if I can get the couple of video by Christmas. They'll be very excited. Yeah. Yeah. You said? Oh, you said that the skin tones? That's all I heard. You need to fix your audio before tomorrow. Okay. I see. Oh, okay. You had to. Oh, they have to see all that for the exam. Got it. I see. I hope the exam went well. That's good. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Well, I'm going to get something for the kids real quick. So
All right,
if you don't
I
mind,
gotta run. I'm gonna go
okay,
put everything back together. So we'll talk tomorrow.
okay, all right. Talk tomorrow then. All right, guys. Those watching, I'm going to get something real quick. I'll be right back. I should have like an I'll be right back screen. Um, how do I say I'll be right back? Maybe an empty chair would mean I'll be right back. I'm so Tennessee. Come down to meet me. You are wind and breeze, so sweet. Oh, come alive, stars align, over lifetimes, holy night. Rhythm of the past, come forth, three down the mountains All right, guys. I'm back. All right, so now let's get back to where we were and trying to make sense of all this. So if you are new here, so what I'm doing is I have my base footage on a different timeline, which is right here, which is pretty much the couple walking down the stairs and going down the stairs. And from my base footage, I am building up to the footage. But I just made a discovery. I just discovered that not all my frame rates are the frame rates I thought they were. So that means I have to go back and make some fixes. Because I didn't shoot this alone, I had to check the properties and realize that some were shot in 24 frames instead of 60. Uh, and they were high motion shots, and I wanted some slow mo, to really bring them out. But now I cannot have slow mo in those shots. So that has now sent me to go back and check every clip to make sure that it was shot in the correct frame rate for slowing down. So if you are new to video editing, um, if you shoot something at 24 frames per second and you slow it down, what happens is that it's actually trying to stretch it. So there are breaks, and each frame plays a little longer. So if you look at it carefully, you see the video is choppy. It's like, but sometimes if you don't have the eye for it, it's hard to see. But any beginner video person will see it very quickly, and that's not good. So you want to make sure that you're shooting at the right frame rates, and the best way to get the slow motion is to interpret the footage. Don't just come and slow it down. For example, 60 frames per second, you can slow it down to 40%, and you should be all right. And I just added today that it's not 100% guarantee that you'll be all right, because I've done it and sometimes the results are not what it's supposed to be, because the uh, the default is frame sampling. You want to go for optical flow all the time when you are slowing it down. Go for optical flow all the time, so that when there is a missing frame, it kind of generates a frame in between the two, which smooths the movement, makes the movement smooth, and that's what you want. Okay. Now, if you're able to shoot at 120 frames per second, you can slow your footage down further to 20%. And remember to use optical flow as well. But that is just so much smoother. And but you don't want all your footage to be that, right? But it's for when you want to focus on a particular detail. Let's say you zoomed in on someone putting on a ring or something, and you want to show that in very slow motion. It would look really cool if you do it right. Okay. So just wanted to show that. So right now I'm just scraping through the footage, and I'm trying to find. So what I realized is that um, the reception shots, he shot them at 24 frames per second. I can't talk today. I can never talk anyway. So and so for me, I can easily tell the Z6. So the Z6 has a little bit of a magenta problem, and it's not a problem if all the footage comes from a Z6. I just group everything and I color grade everything. But now that I'm mixing stuff up, I might have to color grade from the source, or just put an adjustment layer over the Z6 files and lift the other files a step up. So I can see that right away. This shot is from the Nikon Z6, and you can see their skin tones was a little on the magenta side, and so that's something I need to fix. But the Z6, when it's outside, it's the best. Indoors, low light, it's great, but somehow it just doesn't get the color for me right. Most of the time, it leans highly towards the magenta side. Okay, so that was 50. I just want to make sure these ones, I shot these ones. Just wanted to make sure that, oh, that's an adjustment layer, my bad. Oh, there. I just wanted to make sure that these were also shot in 60. Yes. Okay, 60 frames per second. All right, we're good to go with that. So we're making our way now. The church, this is where it's going to get very interesting because I just have a feeling that I might be in trouble. Yes, and I am in trouble, guys. So for some reason, all the shots leading up to the church, he was shooting in 60 frames per second. So last night when I was adding more clips to this, I just assumed that he shot all the church shots in 60 frames per second, which was the wrong assumption because he did not. So here we are stuck at 24 frames per second, guys. 24 frames per second. And I'm pretty sure I edited this guy. Oh, I did not reduce the speed, so we're safe here. Let's check the next board out. We're safe there too. Actually, let me increase this timeline and oops, sorry guys. I'm gonna have to take this call real quick from oh nope, I don't have to take it because guess who is calling? Spam. You gotta spam more. All right. Now this one, I'm pretty sure I slowed down. Speed or duration. How did I not slow that down? Okay, so if I do this and I open this up, I should be able to tell what I slowed and what I did not slow. Okay, so right now I don't think you guys can see this well, but I'm gonna let me open this a little bit. If you slowed it down, you can see a percentage right there. Like this one says 42% right here. This one says 42% right here. This one doesn't say anything. So you know what you slow down, what you did not slow down. So this clip right here, I slowed it down, but I'm gonna have to unslow it down because it is not a 60 frame per second clip. It was shot in 24 frames per second, and I have no business slowing it down any further. Otherwise, the slow mo becomes choppy. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Okay, so this one right here, I had reduce the speed to 42%. Yeah, I thought it was a 60 frame per second video, and I'm gonna have to undo that because I can't slow this one down. If I slow it down, the video is gonna look choppy and it's gonna look bad. So let's go back to speed duration and bring this back to 100% because we and that shifts everything. Actually creates a hole in my edit right now. But the good thing is I have so many clips to play around with. So let's see how it looks. It's just so fast. I wish I could slow it down a little bit. I wish. But if wishes were horses. Okay, all right. So we're just trying to make all right. So they went from the case to walking out, and let me see what is this next clip right here. Okay, I think I might have slowed this guy down too. Let's see. Okay. Guys, if you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. All right, yeah, I don't think I can slow this guy down. So it's good to check your footage and stuff because sometimes you just spot mistakes and then you can fix them. So this cannot be slowed down either because it was shot at 23.96 frames per second. What did I do to it? 42%. I cannot do that. So if you cannot slow down the clip and it's a 24 frames per second clip, there's one thing you can do for sure is you can stabilize it. You can warp stabilize it, and or you can even make it a still frame. You know what it does is that it will zoom in and try to make it look like a tripod shot. So that is applicable in some instances, but not a go-to method. Um, I did it with one of the early clips you saw of the candlelight. So, all right, moving on. So now they walk out of the church, and now we don't have any. Somehow those shots just don't work for me. I I don't know. I don't know, man. Those shots don't work for me. All right, let's see what this next guy is here. This is coming down the aisle. I'm gonna have to put a little bit of the walking back in here to tell my story again. All right, guys. So I'm gonna end the broadcast for now and go and fix some of the issues in the footage, and hopefully I can have this out tomorrow. Tomorrow is my deadline for this footage. So peace.